Hi, hello, namaste. Welcome back to Needs of Children. In this video, we are going to get the information about 10th standard social science English medium sociology unit number 1 social stratification. Let's come to the what are the very important learning points from the lesson. In this unit, you learn social inequality, especially education, gender, profession, income, opportunities, and others. The concept of social stratification, untouchability, a social problem, legal steps to eradicate untouchability. So these are, we learn the points from the lesson social stratification. Let's come to the what is the introduction for the lesson. Social inequality, the fact that people are stratified according to various qualities, either it is a gender, caste, profession, class, and race, is the proof of social inequality. Here, in these aspects, we are going to be identify the social inequalities. Like it is a gender, male and female. As the concept of caste, there will be a innumerable caste practices we are rectified in India, and there will be a profession, bossism, class conflicts, and there will be a race. So these are the social inequalities we are going to be identified. As the social inequalities are majorly income sources, either may be a education and professional opportunities, health facilities, and political representation and participation. These are some of the major social inequalities we are going to be identified. This means the social inequality is the result of already present unequal social opportunities. Day to day in our life, we are going to be experienced such kind of social opportunities, unequal social opportunities. This is continued by providing unequal access to materials, resources, income, opportunities, recognitions, and status. These are some of the unequal situations we are experienced. For example, by neglecting the social service sectors like public health system, public education, and social security, the life of poor is made difficult, because the poor, they are getting the health facilities that is from the public health center, that means government hospitals. They are dependent on government schools, they are depending on social security. So this allows the assimilation of wealth in the hands of very few. The wealth is concentrated in the hands of few. The increasing economic growth and the GDP, gross development product, have led to the creation 50 billionaires and 1 lakh millionaires. But the neglect of the food and social security, of caste, income, and sex-based discrimination makes one to understand the inequality present in the society. Here, education and inequality. How we are going to be identify the education inequalities? Education is a special structure that brings in equal opportunities, openings, and social justice in human life. This means that the governments should provide equal opportunities to all children, In the name of education, they should not be discriminate. But even though some of the constitutional provisions for social equality it has been provided, on the basis of this, the social justice aspect of education can be seen in the directive, policies and preamble of the Constitution of India. Even under the Article 39, it said that providing social justice and people welfare is the duty of the state governments. But after the 86th Amendment, the Constitution, Article 21A says free and compulsory education to all children between 6 to 14 years is fundamental right of the education. It is clearly our Indian Constitution, it is given the opportunity to all the 6 to 14 years of the children. As the Article 45 says that all children under 14 years should be provided with free and compulsory education. Even the Article 19 says that right to speak, right to express own opinion is the fundamental right. That is, in the 9th standard you have studied, so the articles which are giving the information about the compulsory education as well as right to speak, right to express one's own opinion in the fundamental rights. Then Article 29 provides for the protection of cultural rights and minorities. Article 30 provides for the establishment of minority educational institutions. Those who are considered as the minorities, it is Article 30 provides them to establish educational institutions. Even Article 46 clearly expresses that it is the duty of the government to support the education interest of scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. So these are the constitutional provisions has provided especially educational equality. Under that, as RTE, right to education, has been given priority for the bringing up educational equality. The court's decision for social equality. The Supreme Court's decision to understand the right to leave of Article 21 is mainly highlighting the right to leave. For education perspective is a very important for Article 21. By declaring school education as the basic right, so that the Supreme Court redefined the efforts to provide school education. The Supreme Court of India, in its judgment in the case of Unni Krishna versus Andhra Pradesh, Article 21A, the Supreme Court of India, in its judgment in the case of Unni Krishna versus Andhra Pradesh, clearly said that under Article 21A, getting free and compulsory education by all children between the age of 6 to 14 years as a fundamental right for the children. That is the very important highlighting point by the Supreme Court decision under the Article 21A. In this decision, the court has said that the entire education structure beginning from Anganawadi education to higher education should be seen from holistic perspective, healthy perspective, holistic nothing but healthy perspective. As per this decision, all the citizens of the country have the basic right for education. It is part of the right to live. So this is about the court's decision for especially for the education equality. But the opportunities for unequal opportunities in education are on the rise to various legal issues. There is also a rise in inequality due to differential economic standards in the access to education. Still, the efforts to eradicate unequal opportunities in the field of education are on with the help of the constitutional provisions. So let's come to the next one concept, that is gender inequality. Let's see how gender inequality, which is one of the various social inequalities, gets formed. In reality, our social perspectives are interdependent. The social perspective, as like India, there will be an interconnection, interdependency we are going to be identify. That means one person's thoughts are influenced by other thoughts. Such influences on an individual are maybe due to the thoughts of the family members or from the neighbors. That is the influences we are going to be identify. Here there is no individual opinion, individual thoughts. They cannot be expressed with their opinion of individual. Their thoughts will be influences either from the family or by neighbors. Hence, the motivational issues supporting the education of a boy or a girl has more in social sphere in human life. Because of providing the education to a boy or a girl, it will be influenced, motivational issues will be arises to providing the facilities to the either to a boy or to a girl. There is a more gender based inequality in access to social, education, food and health facilities. We are going to be differentiate in these aspects. According to 2015 and 16 National Family Health Survey, survey number 4, National Family Health Survey, rural women of Karnataka have a body mass index, BMI, body mass index of 24.3, whereas the urban women of it is 16.2. This means the women have lesser body mass index. 60.9% of the children between 6 to 56 months have severe anemia. They are facing the anemia, that is lack of blood. They are facing the severe problem like anemia. There is a lack of blood in their body. In this scenario, the development should include the food and nutrition security to the women and children. Through this, one should try to overcome the gender-based discrimination. Only the thing is, must and should we have to provide the proper food, especially nutritious food and security to the women as well as children. That is the only we can overcome by the gender-based discrimination. So let's come to the about social stratification. The concept of social stratification. The human society has continued the practice of classifying people as superior, inferior, upper, lower, assigning differential roles and status. That is the practices we are going to be classifying in our society. This method of dividing people into different strata and then assigning different roles and status in the society we used to call as social stratification. Method of dividing like superior, inferior, upper and lower. So into the different strata and then assigning different roles. That is we used to call as social stratification. Let's come to the some of the features of social stratification. The first one feature of the social stratification is social in nature. Here the concept of the social stratification is based on the social recognition and importance, but not on any physical traits. That means how the person is look like. Here is an example. A person's status is not fixed on the physical traits like height, beauty and strength, but it is based on his education, income, profession, skill and other social traits. First feature of social stratification. And the second one, social stratification is universal. That means wherever human society exists, the social stratification exists based on the division of labor, profession, income and other social traits. On the basis of that, we are identify that social stratification is a universal. It is not only existed in a particular country, throughout the part of world we can identify the existence of social stratification. And the third one, social stratification is ancient. It is not a new one concept, it is a concept of old one. Like social stratification is in existence since the birth of human society. Social stratification is found in the nomadic society as well as in the modern civilized society. Nomadic society, the person one who is moving in search of food and shelter. That is the concept we are going to be called as the nomadic society. From existence of nomadic society to modern civilized societies, we are identifying the social stratification. And the next fourth one, social stratification exists in different ways. Like how? The social stratification exists in different names, in different areas. For example, in ancient Rome, differences were there, like between the plebeians and patricians. I think you have been studied in the 8th standard, like Roman civilization, there will be a patricians and plebeians, whereas patricians are the members belongs to the upper class, whereas plebeians are the members are considered as the lower class. Similarly, in India, 4 groups of people like Brahmana, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, Shudras. So based on the karma theory. In this session we get the information about the social equality, education and inequality, social inequality, education inequality, some of the court decisions regarding about the education, gender inequality and the concept of social stratification and then features of social stratification. I hope you have understood the till now we are discussed. In case of if you are having any doubts related to this topic, please comment in the comment box. I will solve your doubts and I will come back with the next video. Until, keep watching my channel. Thank you. Bye bye. See you in the next session. Take care.